Good evening, viewers. Welcome once again to another moment on InstaGist TV. We really do appreciate for your views and your likes. Okay, today very quickly we're talking about world news, and the country being particular or talking about specifically is no other country than Gabon and its election. It is no longer new that the army of Gabon has taken over powers in Gabon after the election, and it is indeed a surprising one for everybody, honestly, because Gabon has become the eighth African country to come under military rule in the 21st century, as some army officers announced the taking over of power on Wednesday morning. The development followed the announcement of the outcome on Saturday's election, where President Ali Bongo was announced the winner of the poll for the third term. The Bongo's family has been ruling the country for 53 years. He took over from his father after he spent 40 years ruling the country. It's quite unfortunate. Libreville, Gabon. The Gabon army officers appeared on national television and announced the takeover from the democratic government. The coup leader annulled the outcome of Saturday's election, where the incumbent president, Ali Bongo, was declared re-elected and winner of the poll. According to the Electoral Commission, Bongo won under two-thirds of the total votes cast, but the opposition has argued that the poll was fraudulent. How the military ends Bongo's family 53 years rule in Gabon. The development would end the 53-year-old hold on power by the family of Bongo in Gabon. In a broadcast on Wednesday morning, August 30, the military officers announced the cancellation of the election they considered not credible. Yes, this followed in line where the senior army officers also announced that the state institutions have been dissolved and the country's border have been closed. According to the senior officers, they represented all the country's security and defense forces. Now, let me just let you know why the military took over power in Gabon. One of the 12 senior military officers who spoke on behalf of the Committee for the Transition and Restoration of Institutions said, in quote, "We have decided to defend peace by ending the current regime." End of quote. The election was said to be barren of international observers, while the government of Bongo suspended foreign broadcasts, cut off internet service, and imposed nighttime curfew across the country. The decision of the overthrown government was informed by concerns about the election on the position of transparency during the electoral process. Remember I told you a group of 12 army officers staged a military coup in Gabon and toppled the elected democratic government in the country. The senior army officers said they were putting an end to the regime and nullified the recent election in the Central African country. Now, at this point, I would just like to read out the full speech of the military after taking over power in Gabon. Remember, I told you a group of 12 army officers staged a military coup in Gabon and toppled the elected democratic government in the country. The senior army officers said they were putting an end to the regime in quote and nullified the recent election in the Central African country. This speech was read by one of the coup leaders on the Gabon 24 television channel Wednesday morning, August 30th. The quote reads, "Our beautiful country, Gabon has always been a heaven of peace. Today, the country is going through a serious situational, political, economical, and social crisis. We are therefore forced to admit that the organization of the general elections of 26 August 2023 did not meet the conditions for transparent, credible, and inclusive ballot so much hoped for by the people of Gabon. Added to this is irresponsible and unpredictable governance, resulting in a continuing deterioration in social cohesion, with the risk of leading the country into chaos. Today, 30th August 2023, we, the Defense and Security Forces, gathered as the Committee for the Transition and Restoration of Institutions (CTIR) on behalf of the people of Gabon and as a guarantors of the institution's protection, have decided to defend peace by putting an end to the current regime. To this end, the general elections of 26 August 2023 and the truncated results are cancelled. The borders are closed until further notice. All the institutions of the Republic are dissolved. The government, the Senate, the National Assembly, the Constitutional Court, the Economic, Social and Environmental Council, and the Gabonese Election Center. We call for calm and serenity from the public, the communities of sister countries settled in Gabon, and the Gabonese in diaspora. We reaffirm our commitment to respecting Gabon's commitments to the national and international community. People of Gabon, we are finally on the road to happiness. May God and the spirits of our ancestors bless Gabon. Honor and loyalty to our homeland. Thank you. Wow, this is a long narrative. This is a long quote. Like, the quote is very, very encapsulating. It captivated everything. Like, you can hear from the military what I've said. They said they want the lasting peace and they want Gabon to have a change, and they want this dynamism that Gabon used to be home of a heaven of peace. Now it has been truncated by those trying to spoil the peaceful nature of the country via elections and doing things that are inconsistent. They have closed borders and they have told their neighboring countries, their sister countries, and those Gabonese in the country to be firm, that things are under control, and they are looking forward to actually bringing the country back to its state of peace. So we just pray that things go on well in Gabon. Like, it is not an easy one. International bodies have been calling, people have been trying to intercede the international community, and it has not been really been responsive or positive. But we do hope that the borders will be open and what the military actually want to come to limelight if it's for good, and definitely no. Okay, this is the end of the show. We'll be bringing more update from what has been happening in Gabon and what is yet to happen. So stay calm on this channel and you'll be getting the latest info about Gabon. Okay, until then, see you next time. Please do not forget to also like, share, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything. You can't see our videos without subscribing. Please do well to subscribe. Until then, bye bye.